what time, and I will try to get them to get a written statement out as soon as we can, too. All right? Thank you.
And you were just listening to a press conference that was held by law enforcement in White Settlement, Texas. That's a suburb northwest of Fort Worth, Texas. 3 people in critical condition transported to the hospital, including what authorities say is one of them the shooter here. I want to bring back Juliet Kayyem here. And Juliet, one of the things I noted is that the authorities said when they got on scene they didn't report any gunfire. So the shooter somehow is critically injured / wounded maybe in some way. Anything you can make out of that?
I mean, at this stage, it's either self-inflicted or someone else was armed. So there is some preliminary reporting out of there. A lot of these churches are have armed guards. They are so big. These are in many cases thousands of people or a couple hundred people. They have their own security. We've seen this with synagogues as well as of late when they become targets of attack. So we don't know how the shooter was killed, and that's relevant because obviously we want to get to motive. The other issue, which I've just seen online, so it can't be denied, that there is YouTube video. A lot of these sermons are recorded because they are large and they're for posterity, and people go back and listen to the sermon. So there is video online which is being authenticated of the shooting. So that's something just to be aware of, that there is some sort of video that is out there of the shooting. We're at the stage, Martin, where, I sort of do this sigh of relief that, it's only 2. 2 people who are critically injured or dead. That's not a good place to be as a nation, but obviously the harm could have been much greater given the size of that church. But certainly I'm not happy that I think that this was not an epic tragedy because our numbers are so low, because we've seen huge numbers in the past at churches and synagogues. And
what once was unthinkable were acts of violence in houses of worship now in the past 24 hours have been shown to be more and more tragically a norm. Yeah. Juliet Kayyem, we'll stay in touch with you and get back as soon as we know more. Thank you.
Thank you.
And